Hi there, I'm James, and this is Outpost Terminal. So we try to review games that are easily overlooked or don't get the credit that honestly I think they deserve. That often means a lot of what we spend time on here are new indie or solo dev projects, and I think today is one of those. So for today, we're going to look at Factory on a Train. So this is the demo for the game. It just released back in July on Steam and is from, as best as I can tell, this is an inaugural game by Bardev, Bahrdev. And the kind of style and interest here is that it is a Rails builder. So you're supposed to kind of build a base or a city onto a train that is on rails. And it's kind of a unique, novel idea that it's sort of upending certain mechanics you may be familiar with as a builder. And I am genuinely interested to dive in. So if you haven't yet, grab your coffee and let's get into it. So not coffee proper for me this morning. It's chicory coffee, but so good. If you haven't tried it, recommend. All right, Factory on a Train. We can check settings. I am not running it in full screen, as it looks to me like it probably will broadcast well this way. I've tweaked the music down just a little bit because I wasn't able to find a lot of information about copyright on the music. So it's going to be very faint in the background, and if we run into any concerns there, we will have to adjust. But let's get into it. All right, check if the controls and the train still work. It looks a bit rusty. So we scroll to pan to the sides. I like that it has what are effectively the same as if you're working in a code development environment. Very simplified UI here. The radio says, "Bzzzt, anyone listening? The static is growing. Bzzzt, took the downtown yards yesterday. Bzzzt, keep moving." Okay, so we're going to stop the train, which looks like it's S or that button. Okay, people can buy things from the train. Okay, so we start and it collects things off the front. We're amassing money in the upper right or upper left. The line ahead, 4%. Okay, so it's kind of telling us that there's only 96% of the line remaining. Very interesting. Okay. I don't know. Oh, and we're full, so I may as well stop. And whenever you stop, the people come to buy things. It looks like we sold all of the energy crystals we needed. We need ore, which I think that's what this is. Oh yeah, if you hover over it, it tells you. Well, why don't I stop and just get those out of the way? Claim cargo. Okay, so it enables us to build on. There are more regions out there. Extend your train and collect new resources. Equip one cargo car. So W for the workshop. Oh, wow. Okay. So in this case, we have to decide what we're getting. But we got a free cargo car there. And then this is what it costs to build new ones. Okay. Visit the copper swamps. So I picked the... Oh, it costs $500 to prospect there. So we're going to have to collect more material. Which I'm assuming here, if I speed up with 2... and then I can stop because we have 2 full cars there. And we sell all of the goods. R to open the... Yeah, so we have enough money now. So now we can prospect the copper swamps. We change to that region. Oh, interesting. It changes the background. Just I love that it uses the same background. This is really clever as a design choice, but it's using different color shading, right, to indicate sort of iron, more of a gray blue, and copper, more of a brown color. But if you look, the buildings are all the same shapes. They're just on a different color palette. That's really interesting. And then that lets us kind of continue. So now we're going to start again. We'll try to gather some copper, which I'm assuming we will see. Like, we're still looking at iron. Did I forget to change myself to... I never changed myself to the copper swamps. That's kind of funny. If you don't go to the right region, you won't get the right stuff. There comes copper, I bet. The gameplay loop here is actually very smooth. Like, kudos to Bardev for... Like, this experience would be very easy to make into something that's very jerky or uncomfortable. And I suspect there was quite a bit of time spent easing in and out of some of these animations. I love that you can't go backwards either. Like, it's not, okay, so claim a smelter car. So now it's $2,000. Oh, you just received one, did I? I got it for free. Okay, so smelter car, which now, presumably, when we drive, it will create... Oh, okay, you're charting the swamps. Good. Everything east of the bzzt is gone. So, like, it's definitely sort of a post-apocalyptic thing. Here we go. And I think it's important for us to try to run things through the smelter car. This is my theory. Maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, it's only going to take iron unless I change that. Now it's... I'll wait and see what it's doing here. Okay, so it's making one, but it has not picked any more up. That's interesting. So actually, above the car to set the recipe, we did just do that. So we want to sell 5. We'll go ahead and sell our 5 copper bars here. So 1 iron, 1 copper makes a copper bar. I'm curious if it'll let us do more. Like, so here we just picked up what's needed, but no, it will not. So now that will make 1. Which, if I stop, will let it finish its creation of the bar. If I stop again, I'll trigger it, we'll get it empty. So my thought here is to maximize throughput, we put the 1 storage car in front and 1 at the back. The controls are actually very good. Like, they're all left-hand buttons, right? Like on the keyboard if you want. Oh no, it just stores them, so it doesn't automatically send them back. I thought it would send them back, but it doesn't. So like the items in front just stay there. The items in... So like that will let you sell the goods, but it won't let you sell that off. So actually it is better to put this up at the front. Well, not the front, but because otherwise we wouldn't pick anything up. Oops, we gotta, oh, sell 5 copper bars. Yeah, we still need to get the copper. So we'll go ahead and fill ourselves up here. So like while it's working, you can continue grabbing things. I mean, I very much see the sort of addictive nature of this, because at some point we're going to have a very long train in this game that does a tremendous amount, right? Oh, and if there's no room, it spits out the ingot at the back. Fascinating. So a cargo car, we don't yet have the materials for, but we're going to need to go to the iron fields now. and change our recipe, because if I don't, I'll regret. There we go. In fact, it's almost better for me to go slow because it gives the iron a chance to be smelted. So I'm not just collecting a bunch of stuff we don't need. I really like this. The like the relative simplicity of the style is actually really helpful here, because it kind of gives us the ability to customize to what we believe is best. That's great, and that was 5 of the 10. So here's the 6th one. Seven. Eight. Nope, not 8. I missed it. Oh, there's something else there. Fascinating. 8. Yeah, we're getting a much more like random disbursement now that we're a little bit further in. That was probably something that took some, oh, well, that's unfortunate. We never got enough to get it. So we'll be at 8 of 10. We just need 2 more. Doing fast mode doesn't actually smelt any slower. I was going slower because I thought it would buy me time. I don't actually need to do that. All right, so now we have static front advancing. All settlements advised to relocate east along the main line. Repeat, static front advancing. All settlements advised to relocate. So now we have an assembler, which is something else entirely. We're probably going to want a spot to put things. Let's bring the assembler into the mix, unlock a cargo car, assemble a cargo. Okay, so we're going to have to collect some materials here. What does it take? So we can unlock it, but we're going to need, there we go. We're going to need 2 iron screws, which comes out of the iron bars. Okay, well, we may as well make the 1 iron bar first. Oh yes, we're gonna have to let several of these go. Because see, like those are full. Oh, we can drag them into the car. Fascinating. So assembling a cargo car takes crafted parts. Make them, collect them enough, and build it to build a workshop. Okay, so we've got, did I just sell that by mistake? I didn't mean to. So we have that. And then we'll have the screws. I think I'm going to have to, and then we need an iron bar. And the iron bar is 2 of them. Well, we can go ahead and do that. I think I'm gonna have to make this piece on the fly. But now I know I can at least get these. Wow. Okay, so I've got the iron bar and I need 2 screws, which is a whole different thing, but I think, no. 2 screws, okay. So now, assemble. I had to do it before. It's kind of a timing thing where you have to do it before the, Okay, so we claimed the assembler car. It's time to build a new smelter from scratch. So now we're going to sell 10 iron beams. Okay, assembling the cargo takes part. Collect enough, then build it in the workshop. But it was worth noting they would sell. Oh, you can turn off selling right here by clicking on it, if I had paid attention. So things stored in like this back spot will stay. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Kind of funny that like this didn't do. Now we at least should be able to. Okay, we made quite a bit of money this way. Also, this line ahead number, I'm a little bit scared about that. You're the ones with the workshop on wheels. Build yourselves long and strong. The static doesn't wait. It's nice to have a little bit of a story sort of happening there in the corner. That's excellent. Let's see here. And though you probably can't see it well through where my face is at, we're looking to unlock the furnace. Oops, and then sell. Oh, there's another assembler. I should probably install that, if nothing else, for the fact that I can get good stuff out of it. Install the furnace. I think that's the smelter. Am I wrong? Let's double check. Furnace, sell 2 furnaces. Oh, we have to unlock the furnace crafting. That's this, I bet. Yeah. That's actually pretty challenging. So we're going to select, for this one, we select this bar. So it's like you're building the production chain, right? And then we need to sell 2 furnaces, which will give us the smelter car capability. All right. So like I should be able to feed that to the machine, feed that to the machine, feed that to the machine. And that way we're not oh, but this being, I'm going to turn that off then, because right now I need those to come back here. Oh, son of a. No, I don't want those. It's actually like you have to be very intentional about the way this works. Okay, so what if we, before I drive myself up a wall, we pick things up and then we smelt them. But up toward the front, we can use the furnace to make product. Because now, this will be held for only finished product. I think I'm beginning to understand better. See, like here, I can say, oh, I do need more of those. Or in this case, I need more iron bars, which it helps if I'm actually making. So we'll sell that off because I made a mess there. Okay, there we go. So we make a bar goes here, makes that. So bar goes here. We can pull a few of these forward. Grab the bar, and that should be enough to sell 2 furnaces, right? So if I turn that off, all of this sells. Fascinating. I love it. Like, there's actually much deeper strategy here than it looked like initially. I like that. So we're going to unlock the smelter car, which we have the money for, but we need one furnace. I'm going to pin that because we're going to need it. I'm also going to make this a non-sellable location because something tells me I'm going to regret that. So we need 4 of those. And then I can, if I slow us down, I can make decisions without things flying by. So there's one furnace that'll come out. And we'll need 4 iron. Okay, we're gonna need 2 more of these. Which now means I want that. Could probably put that in there. So we just need 2 bars, which comes out of this now, which is, yeah, it's a totally different recipe, so you have to be kind of careful / smart. And then intentionally let some of these go. So like this goes here. And since we're not selling that, it won't matter. So there's the 2. Which should mean... Oh, I missed it. Oh, that sucks. I'll let the people buy stuff. I need another storage container. Ironically. Which, if I just had 2 more screws, could be done. But for the sake of continuing, here we go. Oops. And then that's not a sales spot either. So now we're just looking to make 1 more of the bars. Which is, to some degree, harder than it looks. Because we're basically saying, don't care about this, don't care about this. We're about to get what we need, though. All right. Good, good, good. So that should be enough that then when that finishes, it'll come out there, sticks in the thing. We can now build a smelter car, a second smelter car. So we could add a different kind to it and claim 1,000 credits. It looks like we might have hit demo wall here with that. Oh, it's 1,000, no. We have 1,000 credits. Oh, we have to sell 10 iron beams. Okay, well, in that case, let's get some iron made. Let's sell this. And what's it cost? We need 1 of those, a screw and a beam. Let's unpin the smelter car and repin the cargo car, because I forget. I'm going to keep that in our box of goodies. Although, I need to make sure that's moved in front, because otherwise I'll never get to it. So now we're making 1 of them. We've got that. Let's make the screws, which is this. And we'll just need 2 of them. Another screw. And then we have 1 of these. That's great. Again, like, I can very much appreciate the amount of planning, and like there'd be some bugs that you would have to work out where it's like, oh, that spit something out and it shouldn't have. assemble another cargo car. So now we have the ability to gather more. We can stop selling these. This can go. And then this really doesn't matter to us much. So at this point, we're just collecting the ingots. But the process is going much faster than it was. And I guess in theory, you could say that here, like, so I'm just letting these empty out a little bit. You could place this at the back now and capture anything, but if it gets dropped in front, there's a chance it might get, like, left behind. That's not really what I want either. The addition of the fast mode was, like, I don't know, but I would almost imagine that was like a playtest thing that people were kind of excited about. Oops. I'm sleeping on the job. Once that gets back here, I need to grab it quick or the people will buy it. Sweet. And on we go. We have 8. Fantastic. That'll be 9. And 10. If I can pick it up. So we stop, we allow sale of these. There we go, claim our 1,000 credits. Is anyone out there? Rumors say there are settlements outside the ruins of the city. We need to improve our radio equipment to reach them. Copy train, we hear you. First voice we've caught in, keep to the eastern line. We'll be listening. Okay, so now we can unpin a shoot car. I don't know what that does, but we could go ahead and spend the money on it. Why not? So we need iron beams, iron screws. May as well do those now. Iron screws, and these are the beams, right? Just confirming. Yeah. So we need 3 iron screws. And then, oh no, 5 iron screws. Which is 5, and 3 beams, which will be the equivalent of 6. Which is not really a problem because we already made 10, so we're in pretty good shape here. That's 3 of those. So now we should be able to stop, allow sale of those. And then we're doing copper wires, which is a $1,000 recipe, but we need copper ingots. So we re-outfit the smelters for copper. We go to the copper region, and we roll on. So 10 copper wires. Let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's great when they come out in pairs. That should be enough to make 10. So now we stop and sell all of this. And we're at 80% of the line ahead. I don't know if that's, maybe that's because of this. I like that idea. So electronic circuits, which will be another thing. It's $2,000, but it takes an iron plate and a copper bar. So if we change this to iron and out of this we make iron plates, we should be able to make the parts, at least, for the next thing. Whoops, I missed my piece. I don't remember how many I need. Takes one of each, and we're looking to make 2, so we already have enough. So we'll go ahead and sell all this stuff off, because it's not quite enough, but we got to go back to the iron fields anyway, so that we can get iron plates, which we'll need at least 3 of. It looks like if we could make as many as 4. Okay, and then we'll let that fill up because that may be handy. And then we can re-outfit this. We need $2,000. So now we can buy the circuit, and we should be able to just sit right here. Oh, I made copper wire, and I don't need wire, I need copper ingots. That's kind of funny. Okay, back to the swamps. So we got one of those, and another of those, and then we can turn this on to sell them. We'll just buy all our stuff. We'll get one more to show up here. %83. Yeah, I think it is. That's like finishing that section of the story. Eden Settlement, up in the peaks. The static can't climb this far. Follow the rails east to Bzd. Contact. We made contact, but most of it was garbled noise. We need to find out where they are. Let's build a scout drone. Well, we know we have another assembler available. That's convenient. 10 of 10 cars. Oh, so you can't have more than 10 cars, at the moment at least. Ooh. And we're working our way toward motors, which is $3,000 and takes all iron parts. Well, let's see, we need plates, screws, and wires. Let's go ahead and make that'd be easy enough if we get the parts for it. Because to grow 10 copper wires is 10 is actually quite a few to have to manage here. We'll keep those to ourselves because 10 will basically fill those. This is really an engaging loop. Like, I genuinely think this is, it's novel in a way, and it obviously, if you've been with me this long, it scratches the itch for like trying to find a better way to organize things. It's simple in its design, but it's straightforward enough that you really can like spend time thinking through, like, should I put the assemblers at the back so I'm not needing to manually move all this? Maybe that's a good idea, right? Like, for instance, if I put these all right here, then in theory, anything that comes out of them will make what we want. And at some point we're going to need iron plates, iron screws. I guess we do plates and screws both, that way we don't waste them. Oh, but I haven't. There's that 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have 11. Okay, so we can sell these now. I need to change that though, because like that was my holding spot, but holding doesn't work here. Right? I think I was probably doing that the hard way now that I think about it. That's a little funny. Copper wires, so we'll need electronic circuits, which means we need those, and we'll need plates, and we'll need circuits. Forgot to move these. But like that's not getting sold, that's not getting sold, so the wire isn't actually needed here. But the copper will let us make you can kind of like store things of value then. So 5 circuits is going to take no less than 5 of these others. It's kind of like it fills things, but it's not actually a filter of sorts. So now we'll go back to the iron fields because that will give us the ability to make the circuits out of these. That's great. So then we can continue. Sell all of that. So copper wires. If we just hold on to one, it's the placeholder, that'll work. So now we need iron plates and iron screws, which we should just be able to let happen, basically. Screws. And plates, which once that's full, won't matter. So for motors, excellent. It's pretty great. And like it quickly becomes genuinely automation in this way. And then we slow down and stop, and maybe the people catch up. We should be able to make more screws at least this way. And then there's a plate here, screw here. Really, there's not much need to hold on to any of this. We just kind of stop as we go. Contact established. So yeah, something tells me we're probably close to the end of the demo, but this is a great, great pacing for the demo, genuinely. Let's see if the screws are done now, because if they are, which they should be, then we should be able to switch that to beams, which are necessary for the motors, and plates. So basically everything is iron at this point. So we have a motor. And then we should be able to switch it to plates, which will help fill the plates request there and fill the back. That's really cool, like watching it work. It's much like the mesmerization of a conveyor belt, sort of like conveyor belt processing stuff, right? We've got the two motors, and at this point we can select something like plates to just really crank out plates here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should be 10 of them now. Let's see what happens. All right, and 10 plates. So, claim shoot car. You finished the demo. Congratulations and thanks for playing Factory on the Train. That's the end of the demo for now. Feel free to continue playing, and if you enjoyed it, please wishlist the full game on Steam. Okay, and here's the credits, just for anyone who... I'll make sure I offer this credit in the comments on the video. But very cool, very cool. Like, I think this has a ton of like room for interesting factors that apply over time. Like this, as a mechanic, took me longer than I thought it would to learn. But at the same time, I feel like it provides a platform on which you could build significantly more complex chains, and they become harder and harder to make. So like crafting the motors required only a couple ingredients, but that second tier necessarily required you to have at least 2 assemblers in front of it, so that things don't become like backstopped by your ability to drag items where they belong. And that's really interesting. And giving you limited inventory space it's kind of a great twist on what makes this particular type of game fun. So, with that said, please do go check out Factory on a Train by Bardev. It's on sale now on Steam and is not expensive. Again, indie developer, looks to be the first game that they've released. I think this is fantastic, and I hope you consider checking it out, or maybe jumping into the Discord like he asked for at the end of the demo. With that said, I hope you enjoyed your coffee or tea, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.